Hello everyone, as always I'm Cosmic, and in this short video I wanted to talk about ethics and disclosure in regards to this channel. After recent events in the games industry, and I say recent events, in the past couple of years, people are becoming more and wise to, the back dealings of the games industry and games media and such like. And I felt it was important to make a video explaining where I stand and thus where the channel stands on disclosure and ethics. Now, as a critic and reviewer, my most important thing I feel that I have, my most valuable asset, is my integrity and credibility. Ultimately, you as the viewer must be able to trust what I say and know that my opinions on a particular game as such are my own and not biased or bought by some corporate entity. It's vitally important, I feel, that this channel is as transparent as possible so that trust between myself and you as the viewer can not only be built, but it can be maintained for a long time to come. As a reviewer, I often get sent review copies for games for free. Sometimes these are pre-release codes, sometimes these are on release, sometimes they have embargoes, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I can't get a review copy at all and I have to buy it. It comes with the territory. Sometimes reviewers have to buy the games because maybe the company isn't giving out codes, or maybe you just didn't get a code because other people got them. It just works that way. Getting a free game in the industry is quite a standard norm for reviewers. While I can understand why some people it would seem great to have free games all the time, I can honestly say that for those who do this as a job and take it seriously like I do, we don't look at it that way. Ultimately, a free copy of a game doesn't colour my opinion of the product. It simply allows me access to it for critique. Because I wouldn't otherwise have access to it. I wouldn't be able to afford it. I don't have a wage from YouTube. I couldn't afford to do this by buying games every couple of days. I wouldn't be able to afford it. It wouldn't be sustainable. I wouldn't be able to access it for critique, and thus I wouldn't be able to do the reviews. In terms of disclosure, I will always be upfront about the games that I receive from developers or PR companies, and I will state that it was provided free of charge in the description box at the very top, so it's clear to see, so it's not hidden in any way. I'm not trying to hide anything. Even if you want to ask questions about something, feel free to ask me about it. I'm fully transparent, and at the end of the day, what's important to me is the trust between me and you as the viewer, and not, my priority isn't to some games company, to some games publisher. My priority is to the consumer. I personally view review copies as nothing more than work. I mean, it's like any other job. When you receive a workload, the same could be said when I receive a review copy. It comes through my email. I just think, oh, there's another 7 hours work or whatever. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I work for you. I work to protect the consumer from shitty games, and so I have to play shitty games, critique them, and then produce a video on them, so that you can decide for yourself whether you want to buy that product. Ultimately, as I say, without review copies, I wouldn't be able to afford to do this job. It just wouldn't be possible. My ethics surrounding promotion deals are as follows. I mean, I don't take them. It's that simple. I review games. My goal is to be objective as possible, and as such, promotional deals would taint that, and as such, I just would deem it unacceptable. Should I be offered something that does not relate to what I do, it would be determined on a case-by-case basis. However, I doubt I would take it anyway, because I don't even want the perception of me being coloured or biased in any way to even occur. So I probably would just stay away from anything like that. I would never take a review code that had strings attached either. And by this I mean that, sometimes, occasionally, very similar to what happened with Shadow of Mordor, if a company tried to censor my true opinion by having rules saying that if I can or cannot say something, or if I have to produce the video in a certain way, or like for example the Shadow of Mordor, people had to be, the video had to be a positive spin or something like that. I just wouldn't do it. I don't like being censored in any way, and it's not true. It's not upfront. It's not transparent. I don't like that. In fact, to be honest, should I get offered such things, I would probably just go direct to social media and on YouTube and tell you guys that it was something like this was going on, so that you could be aware when you watch other people's work or videos or whatever that this kind of thing is going on, so that you are fully aware. And I don't like to hide things, and at the end of the day, I am a consumer too, and I don't like to be lied to by press or media or anything of the kind. So I take that thing very seriously, and if I ever get something like that, you'll be the first to know, and I certainly would never take it. I take this whole thing very seriously. Ultimately, it is my dream. It's what I want to do. I want to review games. I want to critique games for a living. I want to talk about games. I've done, I've been a gamer all my life, and I absolutely love the industry. In certain ways, in other aspects, I certainly don't. But I love video games as a medium, and I want to work in video games as a medium, and I want to do this as my full-time job. I take this very seriously, and ultimately, I don't want to jeopardize my integrity, and nor in the integrity of the channel. I want my reviews to be honest and upfront with full disclosure. I want to build long-lasting trust with my audience and build the audience. I want to have a good relationship with my audience, and ultimately that's the relationship between me and my audience and the trust that's built there is more important to me than a quick buck here or there. As I say, if at any time you wish to question me on something, or you have any questions regarding my stance on a specific issue, or if something's going on in the games industry and something comes out and you want my opinion on it, or you want to know if I've taken part in something, please just ask. I'll be completely honest, completely upfront, because at the end of the day, I don't want to hide anything from you, because at the end of the day, it's like the age-old saying that if you lie, you always get found out in the end, and it's not worth it. The damage that something like that could do to a reputation is not worth it. The trust that is lost from lying and taking part in shady deals is not worth it at all. So please do not hesitate to ask if there's anything you want to know. I hope this short video has helped you understand my stance on ethics and disclosure. At the end of the day, I work for you guys. I want to do this for you to talk about video games, to critique video games, so that you can, make informed purchasing decisions on video games. So, I don't want to jeopardize that in any way. So please, as I say, any questions, do leave in the comment section below. If it's not a question you feel comfortable talking about publicly, feel free to give me a message, a personal message on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, whatever. I'm happy to answer anything that you've got to say. Thanks for watching as always. Do like, subscribe and leave a comment, and I will see you next time.